Today, we'll be covering another one of the weirdest straw hats. Right after the perverted cyborg who runs on cola, we're covering the perverted skeleton who plays violin. Of course, I'm talking about Brook. I guess many of Oda's characters are a little perverted, but that's a video for another time. So, as the musician of the crew, Brook is the soul of the crew. He has gone through so much, but still has hope, and his vibes are always on point. We're going to talk about his character, the themes he embodies, and of course, his dream. Brook, just like everyone else in One Piece, has a sad-ass backstory. He is probably up there for one of the worst ever. The things that happened to Brook would break any other person and probably cause them to go insane. Brook already does have a few screws loose though. A long time ago, Brook was on his own crew, full of musicians. They were gang, happy as can be, just pirating around, la la di da da. But the pirating life is dangerous. His crew basically gets wiped out in a skirmish due to poison weapons. They get fucked over. So one after another, his friends, his family succumb to the poison as they sing their last song. Going from trio, duet, solo. Then Brook dies. But that's just how the pirate life is. You live and die on the seas. But Brook, he ate a devil fruit a while ago that seemed to do nothing until after he dies. Brook ate the Yomi Yomi no Mi, or the revive fruit. The man literally ate a 1-up mushroom from Mario. His soul gets a second chance at life, so after he dies, his soul stays on Earth. Unfortunately, he got lost right after, so when he came back to his body, he's all bones. Hence now, after re-inhabiting his body, he's a skeleton man. He finds out he's stranded, alone and drifting at sea aimlessly, with no one around him except the dead bodies of his comrades. The man drifts for 50 goddamn years. 50 years of isolation. There has been studies on humans who have isolated themselves for weeks, and they already slowly go insane. So it is well studied that isolation and lack of stimuli, social stimuli, will make you go crazy. Of course, this is an anime, but still, Brook's isolation is insane to fathom. This is where Brook's themes come in. His backstory represents loneliness, depression, and death. I know, really sad shit. But hold on, Brook himself represents hope, life, and happiness. That is the contrast of his story. He was all alone, so alone he probably wanted to die. But due to his fruit, he had to live. But he remembered one thing. He promised a certain whale that his crew would come back to see him. And this is of course our boy Laboon the whale at Reverse Mountain. This is where he built his hope to one day see Laboon again. He kept holding out, playing his music, entertaining himself any way he can so he doesn't go insane. Until the day he meets the Straw Hats. This is the turning point of Brook's life. He finally has human interaction, and one of the first things he does is ask Nami to see her panties. This man hasn't seen any puss for decades. Give the man a break. Brook is so grateful for Luffy and the crew to finally have a family again. The man cannot control his happiness. To know the peak of happiness, one must have endured the depths of sadness. Brook sings Bank Sake, enjoys a party for the first time in decades, and remembers what life is all about. And he is glad to be alive. We should all be glad to be alive. Unlike for Brook, life is short. We should cherish it. We all don't get a second chance like Brook does. His story shows us that life is beautiful. It perseveres. And this is also shown in his music. This is why Brook is the perfect musician. His music has soul to it, literally and figuratively. He understands the depth of sadness, the peaks of happiness, so he knows the right vibes to play at all times. He can play music that moves the soul, or hypes it up. So now onto Brook's dream. Brook's dream is simple. He wants to keep his promise and meet back up with Laboon after sailing around the Grand Line. It'll happen naturally, of course, with the crew having to circumvent the globe anyways to find the One Piece. But his dream again represents Brook's hope and perseverance. Brook's crew only met Laboon shortly, but they were instantly gang. Laboon still remembers Brook and gives himself brain damage till this day, trying to break the red line, which is like a giant mountain, to meet up with Brook. Just like Brook, Laboon has hope and perseveres to one day meet him once again. They are perfect for each other. And if it wasn't for Laboon and Brook's promise, who knows what would have happened to Brook's psyche during his isolation. So there's no doubt Brook will be partying it up with a whale at the end of the series. And I like to bring up this theory that Brook will just live inside Laboon one day, just like Crocus, wander the world, holding concerts inside Laboon, spreading happiness around the world of One Piece. Now that'd be one dope-ass ending for Brook. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you on the next one. Peace.